Hi, I wanted to talk a little bit about my day because it was less than stellar. There was just a bunch of like small mishaps that happened throughout the day, which kind of bubbled up into a big ball of frustration, which leads to anger. And I don't really like being angry, so I'd rather just talk about it before I completely go ballistic and crash out. Uh, um, I'd say we just start. I mean, my day started pretty well. I went to bed at 4 a.m., which for me is like average bedtime. Woke up at 8 a.m., which surprising, I actually was able to wake up. And then I got up 20 minutes later, so around 8:30, I went down to the kitchen after like I brushed my teeth and everything. Made myself a sandwich so that I wouldn't have to leave the house hungry. And then I did my makeup. I was ready about like 9:30 when I left the house. So I left the house. I went to the subway station because I have to take the subway to get to where I need to get to. No, where I need to go. Sorry. Um, and I got out of the station where I had to take the bus, which wasn't the main station. It was one station before the main station, but it would have been more convenient for me to take that bus than go to the main station. You'll, you'll, I'll just keep talking. Whatever. So I got out at that station, and I looked at the time. The bus was departing in 2 minutes. I was like, okay, that's chill. The bus station is right, like on top of the subway station. So I just left the subway station, and as I got out, I was running. Let me preface this: I was running. I was sprinting for my life to get that bus. I got up there. The bus driver looks at me, and then he pulls away from the driveway, and he just leaves. I was just staring at him. I was like, okay. So that's unfortunate event number one. um, yeah, I was also supposed to meet up with my girls today, to my friends, but we were gonna meet up at one of their houses, but they had family over spontaneously, so we couldn't go, which sucks, which kind of mishap number two, I guess, because like I was really looking forward to it, but like it's fine, we can do that another day. That's okay. That's okay. That's like, sure. So I was a little bummed about that, but it was fine. It wasn't that serious. um, so I still obviously had to get to uni. Keep in mind, it was like 9:50 by now. I had to be there like at the latest 10:15, and the bus after the bus that had just driven away, like in front of me, was departing in half an hour. Now I'm not good at math, but I don't think I would have made it if if I took that bus. Anyways, um, so I checked Google Maps. I was like, okay, I need to like see maybe if I sprint, I'll be I'll be there because it was like 30-minute walk, but if I ran, it would have probably been like 15. Chill, but I didn't want to do that. It was cold as hell. Um, so I checked Google Maps and it says that I can take a subway to the main station to then transfer to a different subway station that would bring me to campus. So I was like, okay, that's fine. We can do that because then I'd be there at 10:10, which is perfect. So I did that, and everything went smoothly there, which surprised me actually because usually things don't go smoothly at main train stations. Um, so I arrived at uni with one of my friends who was waiting patiently for me. She was freezing to death. I'm so sorry. Uh, so we walk inside. It was a programming like exercise group, so we were just sitting like in a room with a bunch of different people just programming with Python. So we sat down, pulled out our laptops, got set up, and the group, like the teacher, came over to us because we had like a practice exam like 2 weeks prior. I already knew I'd flunked that. I didn't need him to hand it back to us and go, well, you did well on the first exercise. I know. That was the easiest shit ever. The rest, I flunked that. I know that. I didn't need you to come over here and give it to me. Um, so that kind of sucked, like, a lot. But hey, that's okay. It's okay. And then I went straight from getting this practice exam to looking at the exercises that we had to complete today, which we have like 1.5 hours for. Chill. Looked at it. Uh, wanted to leave immediately. Didn't leave. Finished the exercise group. Awesome. My friend and I left around 12:04, 05. I didn't remember. Yeah, we left around 12:05 p.m. obviously. Why did I feel the need to clarify that? Whatever. Okay. So we left. And since this is the friend that we were supposed to meet up at, but like family. So she was like, "Oh yeah, my parents are going to pick me up." I was like, "Oh, okay," cuz usually like I'd walk with her a bit cuz she doesn't have like train tickets, so she would like walk back to her house. I would have like walked with her, but she was picked up, so I was just like, "Oh, okay, sure. Go ahead. That's fine." It was raining. And my candy ass decided to walk to the main station. In theory, not a bad idea. Get some fresh air. It's a walk. It's a nice walk. It was freezing, raining. Uh, it was a like 25-minute walk. I don't know why I did that to myself, but I did. And I could barely change the music on my phone because there was like rain drops on it when I took it out. But it's okay, I survived. So I did that 25-minute walk. And when I got to the main station, I went down to my, subway line. And when I got down there, I just see the subway going past me. And I was like, okay, that's not a big deal. Usually, on my line, subways will be here like every 1 to 2 minutes. It was not 1 to 2 minutes. The display changed. 10 minutes. So I sat down on the steps, like on like a staircase, because the places to sit were like the actual places to sit were full, and I was not gonna stand, so I just sat down on the steps. That was not 10 minutes, it was more like 15. Still raining when I got out of the like subway at my station, and it was raining so heavily that my jacket, it went through my jacket, and my jacket is like a rain, like it's a nice jacket. Like insulated, I don't know if that's the right word, but definitely like Ganzian rain. So yeah, sorry. So I then walked through the rain again back home. It was around 12:45, I want to say, when I got home. And I kid you not, when I got home, I just stared at myself in the mirror for like 2 seconds. I was like, okay, I need to process today. It's only been 4 hours of me being awake. Why is this happening? So, said hi to my dad, who's doing home office at the moment. Shout out to my father. I went upstairs to my room, played a bit of Minecraft, more specifically Cobblemon, because I wanted to finish my house. it's still not done. Like not fully. I have to like move my chest inside, whatever. Mm, so I played for like an hour and then I got lunch. Lunch was nice. It was rice with like veggies and tofu. Um, yeah, went back upstairs to finish my cobblemon house. So like the outside and the inside, I mean, it's built kind of. It doesn't have windows, but that's okay. I'm still working on it. Um, and I played for like half an hour before I had to. I like touched up my makeup. Like the rain didn't really do much. Shout out waterproof makeup and setting spray. But I still wanted to touch up because I had work. It's me going to a swimming pool to teach kids how to swim for 2 hours for like a swimming club that I've been in for 13 years. um, so I did my touching up, and then I left the house again at like 4:30 p.m. Um, timing was perfect actually, because when I got to my subway station, I only had to wait 1 minute for my actual subway to get there. Crazy. I was early today. I'm never early on Tuesdays to fucking work. It's not really work, guys. Don't. I'm not gonna get fired. Um. Okay. I need to log in. So I got there and just walking normally. Just, you know, there's like a shopping center like on my way, like if I walk diagonally, which is the fastest route, if I walk diagonally to to the swimming pool, I pass like through that parking lot. So I was walking through that parking lot like normal, like I always do. And then I get to like the exit thingy, and I'm walking. No cars. I'm just walking casually, and then a car almost hits me. I was like, okay, that's fine. Sure. Why not? Got to work. Was already kind of pissed at this point because I was like, what's happening? What's going on? Like, genuinely, what is today? Um, went inside, taught the kids, and, um, I, I mean, I was just doing work. And then, so I had 2 hours of work, right? Which I mentioned. First hour is like for the small kiddies, and then second hour is when like the competitive swimmers get there, which I could do a whole rant about my swimming club and how much it's changed over the years, but I'm not gonna do this now because that's a different video. Um, but while I was talking to one of my co-trainers, um, one of like the higher ups, literally I've seen this guy for 1 year only, and I've been here for 13. Whatever, he's one of the higher ups. He's like yelling at us. He's like, hey, why aren't you guys telling them to do anything? Like, what are you even doing over there? We're talking to each other. And the swimmers are swimming. Genuinely, me and my co-trainer, we look at each other. And then we look back at him. And then we look at each other again. And then we look back at him. And he's still yelling. And we're like confused on why he's yelling because they're swimming. What are we supposed to tell him? And my co-trainer, he goes like, what do you want us to say? And he was like, teach them how to swim. Teach them how to swim? teach them how to swim. Gang, I think they know how to swim. And also, we gave them a task, which they are currently doing. Do you want us to jump into the water and tell them to do a different task than the one that we just gave them? And then he got up. I looked away for 1 minute and then he was gone. Don't know where he went. Don't care. Worst part of my day. I don't like that man. He's been weird since forever. Like the same co-trainer and me. One time we were just talking casually because, you know, we're friends too. We're friends. That's friendly work environment. He's 14. This is important. This is important because this man, this is like a whole side tangent, I know, but like my day's low-key over and nothing really bad has happened since then. Anyways, this man walks over to me and my co-trainer while we're speaking casually this one other day. He looks at us and he goes, "When's the wedding?" "I'm 18, sir. That's a 14-year-old. And I look at him. We both look at him, baffled, mind blown. Cause why would you say that? And I, so flabbergasted. I'm like, he's 14, and this man looks at me with a grin and goes, "Is that too old for you?" I was like, What? And then he just left? After dropping that, he just walks off? Yeah, so since he walked off, my friend and I, we look at each other. And I just went, okay, well, this has just got a lot more awkward. Like, I don't even know what to do anymore. So we kind of stopped talking for a minute because we were flabbergasted, and suddenly everything felt uncomfortable because it felt like this man was watching our every interaction. Worse. Yeah, whatever. Since we already got sidetracked, I'm gonna end this here. I do feel better now. Being able to talk about it. Thanks for listening. If you're here. I could make so many rants. Yeah. Thank you for listening to me rant about my super duper awesome day. If anything else happens, I'll comment about it. Thank you. Bye, I love you.